Hello, my name is Adina and I'm that healing girl. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be discussing the energies of Aries season. Now, Aries season is from March 20th to April 19th, so it's kind of already underway, and it's influenced heavily by these energies of the Aries new moon that have come in, and by Mercury retrograde, which has moved away from Aries and is now moved into Pisces. So there's a lot of energy happening. There's a lot of blending of solar and moon and lunar energy. A lot of duality in this whole astrological phase. Not to mention that Venus is in retrograde along with Mercury. So Aries is a very passionate sign. It's a very impetuous energy. Very just do it, get it done. It's very driven, and it's very, very Mars and warlike. And yeah, so it has a lot of solar energy behind it. So with this new moon solar eclipse, it's sort of like giving the Aries energy the shot that it needs. A lot of Aries might feel very conflicted right now because there's like this very sporadic slowdown startup energy, and there's also Mercury retrograde, so some things might have just happened suddenly, like some things might have broken, or you know a communication or a relationship might have just suddenly fizzled out. So there's a lot of energy happening in this particular um, reading. So I definitely went with some power crystals. We have the citrine over here, which is a very solar energy crystal. All of these are actually the sunstone, and then we have this very, very high vibrating pyrite, which has all been about boundaries and like setting your sort of putting your sort of line in the sand. These are very Aries energies. So yeah, without further ado, pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3 with this citrine, sunstone, and pyrite. All right, I will see you in the reading. And again, I've been meaning to say this. Always take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. And I will see you in the reading. Okay, pile number 1. We are using these lovely Whispers of Ganesh cards. Ganesh is one of the deities I like to follow, and his energy is very solar. It's very like bull in the china shop. He's the deity you call when you want to get ish done. He's known as the removal of all obstacles, but there, as with many deities, there is also a common and soft side to Ganesh as well, very protective energy. So let's see. We always go with our tarot first. Put this over here. And let's see what tarot has. 4 of Swords. Wow. Strength. 9 of Swords in reverse. For this pile, you have been going through it. The 9 of Swords is a card of deep emotional upheaval. Yeah, for a lot of this, I'm getting various issues. For some of you, this again, so some of you might want to go to the Pisces reading. This echoes a pile in the Pisces reading. I think it was the last pile. This pile has gone through it. Yeah, I'm getting extreme loss. Yeah. Might be a job, might be money. But it feels more like either you lost a career or you lost a person. You lost something that was deeply meaningful to you. And now you were just in this mode of rest and digest. The Strength card is taking everything you have right now just to move and just to get through the day. And this Mercury retrograde in Aries energy has slowed you down even more. The citrine crystal is a solar plexus crystal. It's also a crystal that brings in happiness, joy, and resolve. So right now you might just feel like a collapsing puddle at the moment. Someone will look at you and say something, you'll burst into tears. Yeah. Let's see what comes up in your energy cards. Deceit. Somebody did you wrong. Yeah. They're for your pile number 1. If this is not something, excuse me. Wow. If this is not something that, if this is not something that's already done, there might be a little bit more on the way. I hate to say. Maybe even the shoulder you're crying on about what happened. I feel like there's something somebody's not telling you about the situation. They might know more about the situation, and it will come to light. Yeah, Mercury retro. When Mercury retrograde comes direct, it will come to light. Caring connections. Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody. This was definitely a heartbreak situation. Yeah. If it's a job, the circumstances with which were done were very treacherous to you. I'm getting a lot of job energy. Like, if it is a person, which is definitely a possibility. Either there was deceit and treachery in the relationship. You found out like maybe they cheated on you, or they lied to you about something, and they were dishonest with you in some way. And some people in your circle perhaps knew about it and are still sort of in your circle acting like they didn't know. That's the vibe I get. Drive. Ganesh, the message from Ganesh is for you to rally yourself and to find space, to find a group. Yeah, I'm getting to find a group, a support group of some kind, outside of your normal support group. You need neutral people, but people who have also gone through the same thing. And then 14, 41, 5 is the number of change. And it is again, 14. Yeah. You need to change. Possibly your friends group, or the people close to you at the moment. Like, you need to change from them. Maybe you might not need to like completely go away, but you need to bring in fresh energy. That's what I'm getting from this. Because right now you're really emotional and you don't have perspective. It says drive. Confidence as well as unity of purpose and control are desirable. Ganesh urges you to think about getting back to basics. It's a great time to tighten your load or simplify your life. You may have had a tendency to overexert yourself or overcommit to social activities. Cut back on your schedule so you can zero in on something you're called to do. The card indicates new motivation or inspiration if you've been feeling stuck in a situation or finding a solution. Rest assured the energy is going to start moving again. You do not have to choose to go alone on your path. Yes. Make sure that if you do bring others, they have the same goals and objectives in mind. Pay attention not to linger in relationships or friendships that are going nowhere, or settle just because you feel obligated. This is not the time to be complacent. If you want to create changes in your work, explore what your options might be. There might be an increase in finances, but this is not the time to be spending money. Bide your time and prepare for what is coming. This might also indicate that a trip or extended travel is on the horizon. Some of you might decide to just leave altogether, like move. As indication that there's some toxicity in a relationship or situation you left, such as a job, and that there's lingering aspects of that toxicity still around, so you need to sort of move away so that you can come back with perspective. Right now you're too hurt. Yeah. Move away, come back, gain perspective. Not saying throw out the baby with the bathwater. Oh, my friends got... No, it's not that. It's not that energy. It's just right now there's so many emotions happening that you can't see who is helping and who is harming. So yes, you by all means, you do have some caring connections, but what you need right now is a sort of neutral. The vibe I'm getting is neutrality. Belonging. Learn to find security from within. This card, Ganesha uses the mouse as his vehicle, which signifies his triumph over the ego. In Hindu mythology, the mouse symbolizes the ego, for the ego can eat away at all that is good and decent in a person. Belonging seeks to solve the predicament of the ego's own perceived separation. Since the ego has no conscious memory of its connection to others and to source, you experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with the people around you. These people can be your family, peer groups, or your community. The ego is neither good or bad, but simply a necessary part of you. In this existence, the ego can manifest inclinations that are either more positive or negative in nature. There are many positive aspects to belonging. You develop your ability to love, connect, bond, share, and care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of relationship. It is important in belonging that you do not try to seek approval of others. Through this card, Ganesha is here to help you focus on the positive feelings from being a part of a community. Learn to trust, ask for help, and rely on others. So yes, definitely learn to rely on others. Right now, I feel like this is a time to be neutral and just to really be very discerning about who you put your trust in, though, because this Deceit card came up. So if anyone around you makes you feel as if you need to jump through hoops in order to, like, get their approval or something, take a pause on that relationship and look at it closely. Yeah. Go with your gut, too. I'm getting a strong intuition of trusting your gut. It's just as important as it is to belong, like with this card. It's also important to have self-reliance as well. Yeah. So what I feel you need is a little bit of neutrality to sort of, once you've already fallen apart, but now this is time for you to sort of like go within, and you'll know when that moment happens. Right now you're still hurting too much, but eventually, after the dust has settled, come back to this pile again and look with new eyes at the people around you, and really look at who intuitively it is that it has your back and that you can trust. Yeah. Because this other situation betrayed you. And what I'm also getting is, even if it's the people around you are all fine, this is also a message for future relationships or situations that you get yourself into. Really use your intuition and your discernment. Yeah. When red flags pop up, listen to those. Don't just sweep them under the rug. That's the vibe I'm getting. Well, pile number 1, that is what I have for you. You got this. Stay strong. You are on the road to healing with this 9 of Swords in reverse. Things are just feeling raw right now. Yeah. And, yeah. Alternatively, I want to say is before I go on, the deceit could be within, too. What are you lying to yourself about? Relationships with other people. What allowances and excuses are you making for people when they're giving you these red flags? That's the other message I have for any relationship still in your circle, because this one job or relationship hurt to lose. Think about those things moving forward. Again, because we're in Mercury retrograde, this is not a time for rash actions, but just on April 7th, just evaluate. This is not a time for fear or undue worry either, but just kind of look at things with a neutral eye. Yeah. And find a neutral group, book club, whatever, just something that's not in your normal friends group, but that feels safe, and so that you can have another space to go to look at things objectively as well. But yes, pile number 1, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If it resonates for you, please like, subscribe, or comment with a red heart emoji or a fire emoji or a sun emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see what we have in store for you with the Sunstone. Let's pull the Oracle cards to the side, and we'll see what our tarot has. The Hermit in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of strong career energy. 3 of Pentacles usually comes up with career. When you're learning, when you're achieving, when you're trying to do something. Yeah. With the Hermit in reverse, it's like you're refusing to take guidance or a lesson. The universe is trying to push you towards a lesson of some kind. Yeah. But with 3 of Pentacles, again, I'm getting, and maybe this is because of the climate we're in right now, I'm getting a strong, like, yeah, a strong job loss aspect. Maybe like a layoff or something like that. And what I'm getting is that you're going to have to, in order to be competitive in the market, you might have to go back to school or acquire new skills, because you're trying to move into this sort of magician area where you have everything that you need. But with the Magician in reverse, it feels like that is not the case at the moment. You're still trying to, yeah, you're still trying to feel your way through. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of you need to go back to school or get more training, or increase your knowledge in the job that you're at right now. If you want to, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And with this Hermit in reverse, you have a lot of distractions. The Hermit is a card of going within and listening to your inner guides or guidance. I'm getting a picture now. You have a lot of distractions, and like you really don't want to do it. Like, I feel like you want to have fun. I don't know where that even came from. Or you might be like wasting your time doing stuff that's not really serving you. Hanging out with people, drinking in bars, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that right now it's time to get down to business and focus, and to like go home and not go out and not, binge watch Netflix or whatever, and to study and just really dedicate yourself to what it is. Because I think some of you either want to raise or career change, or you have been laid off or fired or something like that, and now you want a new job, and it's hard to find a new one. And it's hard to find a new one because maybe your resume is not as competitive as you want, and you're going to need to go back to the drawing board in a sense. If you are looking for a new job, you're going to have to maybe take a workshop or something like that in order to beef up the skills that you have. If you're looking for a job in the same field, if you are already in your job and you're on a promotion, you're going to really have to like same energy, but you're there in the job that you want. So you're really just kind of like learning on the job and really just putting your all in and learning everything there is to know about that role and just really putting in just putting your best foot forward, learning, relearning, even maybe even going back to the basics and relearning and brushing up on like career manuals, your job manuals, whatever it is. That's what I'm getting. Or if you want to yeah, honestly, it's very straightforward. It's literally just what I'm getting is if you want to be the magician, uh, go into seclusion to study and apply yourself. Yeah. For a raise, a promotion. That's the energy I'm getting. Or to find a new job. Let's see what Ganesh has. Delight. What I'm getting from that is the approach of, oh man, I don't want to be doing this right now. I want to, you kind of want it. You want it, but you don't want to work for it right now. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, the vibe that I'm getting though. But if you want to succeed and if you want to go ahead, you're going to have to find joy and delight in it. And you're going to have to give of yourself, give of your time, with this delight and generosity. Let's see what Whispers of Ganesh cards say about that. I guess this is just very straightforward. It's very practical. Wow. We are born with the gift of laughter. Laughter is natural medicine. Laughter can be helpful in ways that you might not have realized or imagined. A simple laugh can help you feel better about yourself and the world around you. If you look at situations too seriously, try to find some humor, and this will remind you to stay centered on what is and to be grateful for what you have. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. If you want more pep and humor in your life, work with Ganesh, asking him to support you in finding joy in new ways. I feel like this is, wherever you've at, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, you're like ho-hum about it. And they're telling you to find joy and gratitude within the journey of learning it. Like it might feel like trouble right now. And like, again, this is not judging or anything like that. And I'm even feeling this sort of lighthearted energy. Maybe that's Ganesh energy. He's just like, hey, if you want it, it's what you gotta do. Generosity. Compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. When you're generous in spirit, you take responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesh to assist you in stepping up to do the right thing. Yeah, this is especially important when you're filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. So some of you, there might be a little bit of competitiveness too. I'm just going to put this up here so you can screenshot it for the generosity. Some of you, there might be some competitiveness or jealousy. Re-examine your motives. Are you wanting this for you? Or are you wanting it to like keep up with the Joneses, or to like compete with somebody else in your job who has a promotion or a raise, or maybe you're at college and you're like trying to compete with somebody else who has amazing grades. Like that's not the energy of generosity. Rather than compete with them, maybe be inspired by them, and go to their study group if you're in college, or if you're at a job, see if they want to help you out or mentor you in some way. Yeah, the thinking woman. This is time. It's time for you to study Magician and the Mirror. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Magician and the Mirror card in this deck is basically the Magician. And this card is saying if you want to be the Magician, you have to first become the thinking woman, which means essentially not necessarily cut out fun altogether, definitely embrace fun and joy and find joy in what you're doing, but find joy in the journey of gaining knowledge and the skills you need, and cut off some of the distractions and frivolities. Like, this is very straightforward, and I don't mean to sound blunt, but it's Ganesha's blunt a little bit. Bull in the China Shop energy, yeah. Female wisdom or understanding. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a suitcase, ready to lead you to higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest or a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Affirmation: I open my heart, mind and heart to my inner wisdom. I am thoughtful, focused, and clear. Yes. I mean, you know where you want to be. You know what you have to do to get there. And now it's just time to stop fooling around, essentially. That's what I'm getting from this. And with Sunstone, Sunstone is a stone of vitality and energy. Yeah, hold Sunstone when you want to rev up that solar plexus chakra to be doing. Let's see. 53. Magician in the mirror. Knowing and using your true power. This card upright represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the magician's left hand, the flame of passion and action. In his right hand is the vortex of water and of light, the light of reflection. This is a highly beneficial card telling you are the magician, and within your grasp is the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin and the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to be magically formed. When you receive the magician upright, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life, and just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and in your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mist of the future will clear into a brilliant reality. Yeah, you want to be the magician, but it's going to take work to get there. Affirmation: I have all the power I need to create the destiny I desire. Magic happens when I live in consciousness and my eternal truth. Yes. Magic can happen for you, pile number 2, when you live and exist within your eternal truth, when you go after what you really want. And in this case, I think it means hitting those books. Yeah. Well, that is all that I have for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and leave a heart emoji, a red or a yellow heart emoji below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3 with this pyrite crystal. Let's see what messages from the universe, particularly Ganesh, have in store for you. Okay, let's see what tarot has first. Page of Wands, action, 10 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Swords. So, the Page of Wands is leading me to believe that you have an idea or initiative of some kind that you want to put into action, but right now you really feel burdened by circumstance. That's what it feels. Particularly with this 10 of Wands in reverse, though, the circumstance is changing. Either you are releasing things that you perceived as things you had to do and their responsibilities, and you're letting it go, or maybe you're sharing some of the burden and you're learning to delegate. Yeah. There other people have put a lot of burdens on you. That's the vibe I'm getting. And you want to start something up new. Yeah. I think you might want to start a business or some kind of endeavor. You want to strike out, and you have all of these responsibilities that are holding you back, but actually look at them and see, and ask yourself, are these responsibilities really mine? Yeah, I feel like you're the one, if this is friends, you're the one that's always paying the tab, or you're always doing, or you're always helping everyone else. But then when you turn around and you need help, no one's there to be found. Yeah. Door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, step away from toxic people, connections, or entanglements. Pile number 3, broken heart. Yeah. Yeah, people have constantly let you down. You've given your all, and it's drained you. I'm getting energy vampires too. And the door to healing and personal happiness is when you release that and when you let it go. You don't need that in your life. That energy. Yeah. I'm getting like there's people that are very like dependent on you, and not in a healthy way, in a way that's draining you. This is the time for you to call back your energy. Pile number 3. Yeah, call back your energy. And it'll be like polishing a penny. That's what I'm getting. It'll be like polishing a penny. You'll be all shiny and bright. It says, this card is a harbinger of positive change. The beautiful light-filled door opens a lush, rainbow-lit spring field with vibrant lotus flowers. Whether you're working on some inner healing, such as breaking an addiction, or looking to make some external changes, such as finding a new place to live, this card signals your life is opening up and new opportunities are about to appear. The changes you've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results. So make sure you see your personal intentions through with continued action and optimistic expectations. Yeah. The affirmation is, I am strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful new realities in my life. And it's right next to Archangel Michael. Even though this card didn't come up, some of you might do angel work and might want to lean on Archangel Michael to exert strong boundaries. So Pyrite is the crystal of boundaries. It literally comes up in so many readings where people have a problem asserting their boundaries, and that is the problem. You might be very empathetic, and there might be a lot of narcissists around you just using you, draining your energy, draining your time, draining your money, your finances, and your resources, both personal and physical. Energetic and physical. Childlike expression. Yeah. It's time for you to rediscover your joy. Pile number 2. What makes you happy? What makes you excited? What makes you joyful? Take yourself to the movies on your own. Do something just for you. Innocence. Oh, yeah. It's time to rediscover a childlike joy and happiness. When was the last time you did something frivolous for you? Took a bubble bath, turned off your cell phone, went to go see a movie, went to the zoo. Do something fun. Go to the beach. Go to a meetup with brand new people that seem new and exciting. Right? And don't invite anybody else from the group that was pulling you or dragging you down. Eventually, you're going to have to break and step away from them. That's the vibe I'm getting. You're going to have to put up some very strong boundaries where these people are concerned. Let's see. 12. Childlike innocence. In truth, Every soul exists as an aspect known as the inner child. You can champion your inner child emotional life by listening carefully to what you need and want in your own heart. You may have been taught to give up on your own desires for the sake of others. Yes, this is not necessary. Ganesh is bringing the guidance that not acknowledging your desires and needs takes away from your life force and defeats your spirit. As a child, were a sensory expert. It is now time to re-stimulate your inner child's ability to look, listen, touch, and explore the world in order to reconnect with your emotions. Practice trusting your inner knowing or senses. Give your inner child love and a voice. Express your true feelings. Connect deeply to yourself on an emotional level by allowing all of your uncomfortable feelings to reach the surface of your awareness and be seen and experienced. Find patience and joy in simple things. Take a step away from acquiring material things and take pleasure in the wisdom of your own soul. Love, respect, and honor your inner child. Allow time for play in whatever mode that pleases you, be it socializing, singing, yoga, travel, taking a walk, dancing, meditating, or writing. This is how your inner child operates. It knows no boundaries, only holds no expectations, and loves unconditionally. And you love unconditionally. Pile number 3, you do. Unconditional love does not mean that you let people walk over you or use you or treat you as if you are doormat or not worth it. You are worth it. And you have such a bright spirit. Just with the energy of these cards, you have such a joyful spirit. And a lot of people, when you have a joyful, shining light, a lot of sometimes dark people like to surround that energy and suck the light out of you. Yeah. And so it's time for you to set up your boundaries. There's an exercise. I'll see if I can find it. Jeffrey Allen, which is a energy worker that I really enjoy using concepts of his energy work. He has the aspect of something called a permission rose. And he has you create a rose that allows, sits in front of your aura. And this rose allows unconscious energy to be on the outside of the aura and joyful, bright energy to be on the inside. It allows. It doesn't, you're not pushing away. You're just saying, hey, negative stuff, you have a right to exist in this world like everything else, yin and yang. However, you can exist over there, away from me, outside of my energy. And that is the vibe that I'm getting, that it's going to be really important for you to embody. And in that way, because you're probably an empath or have strong empathic traits, you set up boundaries in a loving, healthy manner. And that way you can set those boundaries up with family or friends or people that drain you. You can be like, hey, you know what? Love you, but whatever energy that you're bringing in that space that you don't want, that's not allowed within my space. And you totally have the sovereign right to say that with your own energy body. Pile number 3. So let's see. 43. Innocence. The simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. In this card, the lightness of the aura around Ganesh portrays innocence. Be soft and still. You give the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Be willing to release any cynicism. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time as you gather more experience? Sometimes the familiarity of a situation can cause you to lose touch with your innocence. It is only natural to experience similar outcomes you've had in the past when similar situations present themselves in your life. Don't forget, though, that change and transformation are always possible. You are being offered an opportunity to approach this situation with renewed peace. If you're making changes in your job situation, relationships, or even the direction of your life path, approach this with a sense of exploration and the excited curiosity of a child. Be willing to let go of the preconceived ideas that have developed over time in your mind. Allow your heart to be centered and in a place of peace. Every day, call on Ganesh for guidance to renew your mind, refresh your thinking. With Ganesha's assistance, contemplate each situation you encounter. Ask Ganesh to support you. Remember to pray for freedom from fears, worries, and unhealthy obsessions that might control your thoughts and harm your soul. Be accountable for your decisions and their results. Just knowing that you are responsible will assist you to take decisions seriously and with greater consideration. Yes. Yeah. So I think pile number 3, the message for you here is to establish strong boundaries, to get back in connection with your inner child, to experience play and joy, and to release any preconceived responsibilities or emotions and burdens that you think you might owe other people. Yeah, because your joy is important. You matter. Just like they matter, you matter as well. Your hopes, your fears, your joys, your happiness, pile number 3. So grab some pyrite and start setting those boundaries. This might even result in people exiting your life, and it might be painful at first. Again, I feel like this might happen just energetically. They might leave after you decide that you have boundaries and that you are important, that you matter. Once they cannot use that energy anymore, you'll find which friends are true and which loves and connections and family members even are true and which are there only because of what you give them. Pile number 3. And that is what I have for you today. If that resonated with you and you enjoyed your reading, please like, subscribe, and comment below with a yellow or a red heart emoji. And I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye.